On a busy day, 300 school children might walk beneath the natural bridge. The staff that organizes educational programs on the site say it offers a lot of opportunities for learning. Dean Ferguson has worked with visiting kids for 15 years.
It's about geology, it's about the Indian people, and it's about those early settlers.
The itinerary includes the bridge, the caverns, and the Monacan Indian living exhibit along the Cedar Creek Trail. At each, activities are planned based on age group.
Kindergarten, first graders, which are more touchy-feely, as opposed to your fifth and sixth graders, you have to then tailor the presentations specifically to those groups.
Ferguson's wife, Vicky, gives kids hands-on experience as she teaches them about daily life for the pre-colonial Monacans.
Because it does increase that young person's ability to learn and retain the information. When we do the days where we actually have the children to make pinch pots, they actually get to work with the clay and get a feel for the clay and hopefully understand that you couldn't buy these things.
Katie Young is in 5th grade at Waddell Elementary School in Lexington. She visited the bridge and the Monacan exhibit earlier this week.
Didn't have stuff like TV or grocery shops or automatic light bulbs.
Joe Hawes is the 21st Century Grant Coordinator for Rockbridge County Schools. With grant money, he helped lead a 3-week summer program for kids from the nearby elementary school focused on Natural Bridge.
Going to the Monacan Indian Village, being able to actually interact with the interpreters, to hold the props, it's much more real for them than just seeing a picture in their history textbook.
The lessons presented at Natural Bridge comply with the state's Standards of Learning, or SOL, test curriculum.
Gives them a real-world experience for those objectives, rather than just doing something in the classroom.
Susan Cousins works for the property's new owner, Tom Clark of Roanoke. Cousins says being outside for a day is beneficial to visiting kids, especially those who live in urban areas.
A lot of these children come from inner city schools. They're not used to walking through a forest or going into a cavern. So that's a learning experience right there. This makes it different for them because they can walk down the steps and they can run up the trail if they want to run up the trail and be a kid.
Kids come to the bridge on school trips from all across the state. Visiting schools can pay as little as $6.50 per kid to see the bridge and caverns, more than a 50% discount off the regular price. But the Fergusons and other interpreters also give presentations to families from well outside Virginia.
This little kid came up the path one day, it's probably been 10, 11 years ago. Just a really cool little kid. And he walks up the path and he goes, "Hello, sir." He says, "I'm from Los Angeles, California, and all I've ever smelled in my entire life is plastic." He said, "And now I'm actually smelling real air."
Tom Clark and his nonprofit Casito Healthcare bought about 1,500 acres around Natural Bridge from longtime owner Angelo Puglisi in February. The new owners are making widespread changes to the property. Most of it is set to become a state park. It's not clear right now if the education programming will be passed to the state, but Vicky Ferguson says the Monacan exhibit will.
It will become part of the state park system. And I think rightly so. The Monacan people are the only tribe on this side of Richmond still here today. And so it's important for that education and preservation for us to continue to do what we do.
Plans are in the works to add new educational technology at the bridge as well. The Fergusons say they've talked about adding interactive kiosks to the visitor center.
We know we have all of these wonderful things, we have all of this wonderful history, but now we're looking at how do we take what we have and make it something that the computer generation, the iPhone, iPad generation will be interested in.
Dean Ferguson says they are also working on creating an outdoor archaeology dig site for children that should be open by the coming school year.
We have all these ideas that we're going to build upon. Indoor classrooms, that's coming, and of course the archaeology, and that's just in the first. These concepts are being born out of the first 3 months that we're here.
Clark has made educational programming a priority at Natural Bridge.
Natural Bridge is envisioned to be a unique place, a place where all people, but especially children, can connect with nature.
Katie says she had fun on her trip despite the hot weather.
We went down to, we just long walk down to the bridge, and it was really cool looking. It was worth the walk.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Evelyn Rupert.